Hello students. So today we are starting the next chapter, which is actually the force and the laws of motion. So first we will discuss about force. So if we try to define force, and I hope you have gone through this that provided animated video. The force is a kind of a physical effect which can cause change in shape, change in size, change in position, or change in state of rest or state of motion, or we can say change in the direction of a moving body. That effect is simply called a force. In the simplest definition, we can simply say that the pushing or pulling effect applied on a body is called force. But if we go properly for the definition, a force is a physical effect which can cause change in shape or size of a body, or which can cause change in position of a body, or which can cause change in state of a body. State means state of rest or state of motion, means it can bring a body from rest to motion, or it can cause a body to come in state of rest from the state of motion, or it can change, or which can cause a change in direction of a moving body, change in direction of the motion for a body, right? So if that physical effect is causing any one or all of these 4 points, so you can say that the force is being applied on the body, right? So this is the basic definition of a force. So pushing or pulling effect is the simplest definition, but if we go thoroughly with this concept that the physical effect, like we are trying to push a table, so in that case we are exerting a force because it can cause the motion in the table. Okay, so if we try to categorize the forces now, so we can majorly categorize the force in 2 major parts: contact forces and non-contact forces. Means those forces which are required to be in contact for showing their actual effect. Those forces are called contact forces, like pushing a body in the way in which if we are trying to push a table, so ultimately we have to come in contact with the table to push it. Okay, so or we need a medium to push the table with the help of a rope or anything to pull this or pull that table. So in that case we need to come in contact with the table physically. So at that time the category of force is simply called the contact forces. Okay, and if we talk about non-contact forces like gravitational force, it is not necessary that you have to come in contact with the earth to experience the gravitational force. If we simply I leave this marker, so it will simply fall down due to the gravitational force. So that's not necessary that the marker must be in contact with the earth. Without coming in contact with the earth, without any physical contact, it can experience a force. That force is called a non-contact force. So gravitational force is a non-contact force, electric force is a non-contact force, the force between the charges. Positive repel each other, positive negative attract each other, we can say. And magnetic forces, similar poles repel each other, opposite poles attract each other. So we can attract the iron nail with the help of a magnet without actually touching it with the iron nail. So these forces are non-contact forces. So we can categorize forces into 2 parts: non-contact forces and contact forces. Non-contact and contact forces. Basically, if we try to define these forces, so contact forces are those forces in which the force can cause its effect by coming in contact with the body. Okay, by coming in contact with the body, such such kind of a force is called contact force. And those forces which can show their effect of change in position of these, out of these, any effect without actually coming in contact, means for non-contact forces, no physical connection or no physical contact between the body and the force origin, or we can say the source of the force. Okay, no physical contact is there between the body and the source, right? While if we are talking about contact forces, there will be a physical contact. There will be a physical contact between the body and the source. We can simplify these two categories with the help of these two simple definitions. So non-contact forces. Now let's try to categorize or let's try to give examples based on contact forces and non-contact forces. So we have discussed about what is force and the examples of forces, types of forces. Let me revise it again. A force is a physical effect which can cause the change in shape or size of a body, or which can cause the change in position of a body, or we can say which can cause the change in state of a body, state of rest and state of motion, or we can say the force is a physical effect which can cause the change in direction of a moving body. So that physical effect is called force. Now if we try to categorize the forces, so we can categorize the force into two major categories. First, contact forces, and second is non-contact forces. Contact forces are those forces which require a physical contact to show their effect. Such forces are called contact forces. Like if we want to move a table by pushing it or pulling it, so we have to come in contact with the table. Then there must be a physical contact between them. So, and in that case, that kind of a pushing or pulling force is called a contact force. For an example, another example let me tell you. If you are holding a book on a palm, if you are holding a book on a palm, so ultimately the weight of the palm is acting in downward direction. So you have to exert a force to keep it balanced. So you have to exert a force in just opposite direction and exactly equal to its weight if you want to hold it in a state of rest. So at that in that situation, you are applying a force, and you have to apply this force by touching the book. Okay, so you are in physical contact with the book. So this force which we are applying, or that student is applying, this force is called a contact force. It is a type of a contact force because it is trying to balance the weight of the book. So this force is a contact force. Right? And let's take another example. For example, you have suspended a metallic sphere with the help of a thread. This metallic sphere with the help of a thread. So its weight is acting downward direction. Its weight is acting in downward direction, and you will experience that this thread is experiencing some kind of a tightness. So it is trying to prevent itself from breaking down. So in this time it is exerting a tension, some kind of a tightness. It's a kind of a type of a force which is developed in the opposite direction to the weight. This force, or we can say preventing force, which is preventing this thread from breaking it down. So this force is called tension, and it is acting with the help of thread. So ultimately we can say it is a type of a contact force again. push this block which is placed on the floor and you are trying to push it. So in this case, for example this, you are just trying to push it. So in this case, you are exerting a force by coming in contact with the block. So this type of force is also contact force. So all of these forces are contact force. Another example, if we have placed, and this example you will actually understand the meaning of reaction force in laws of motion. Okay. So right now just imagine that on the table we have placed a block. So the block's on weight is acting in downward direction and the reaction of the table, you will study in the third law of motion, action reaction. So the reaction of the table, because the table itself preventing by exerting an opposite force, let's call it reaction force or simply called the reaction, or sometimes it is called the normal force. This force is trying to balance the weight of the body, so and it is being exerted by the table on the block. So this reaction force is a type of contact force because it acts when these two bodies comes in contact. So in this case it is a kind of a contact force. So right now we know very well about the contact forces. There must be physical contact between the bodies. Okay. Now let's talk about non-contact forces, in which there is no need for the physical contact between the source and the body, source of the force and the body. For an example, a body always falls down under gravity, under the influence of gravity, which is actually called the gravitational force, means it is being attracted by gravitational force. And this gravitational force is also known as weight of the body. Weight of the body. So basically, the weight of the body is the force by which Earth is attracting the body, or gravitational force applied by the Earth. So in this case, this is not necessary that the body must be in contact with the Earth surface or simply say Earth. So this kind of force is a non-contact force because there is no requirement of a physical contact between the body and the source. It is a type of non-contact force. Another example, the force acting between the charges, positive charges or positive negative charges. Positive negative charges, they will attract each other. There will be a attraction force. And if we talk about positive, they will repel each other without actually coming physically in contact with each other. We can say repulsion force. So this type of force is called electric force or electrostatic force. So electrostatic force, the force between electrical charges. The electrostatic force is actually a type of non-contact force. It is a type of non-contact force. Another example, the force between magnetic poles. If we take two bar magnets, similar poles will repel each other, repulsion force, and opposite poles will attract each other. We can say attraction force. So these forces do not require any kind of physical contact. So these forces actually, or we can say magnetic forces, are non-contact forces example. So magnetic force is an example of non-contact force. Magnetic force is an example of non-contact force. So I hope the contact forces and non-contact forces are very clear for you. And if we talk about the standard representation of a force, the effect of force is represented by arrow, as you have seen already, and it is represented by capital F usually, and its SI unit, the measurement of force, its SI unit is Newton. In the name of scientist Newton, Isaac Newton, its SI unit is Newton, written as capital N. For an example, a boy is applying a force of 100 Newton over a table. Okay. So basically, these examples are just representing the types of contact forces and non-contact forces. Now we can categorize further for an example, balanced forces and non-unbalanced forces. Balanced forces means if two or more forces are trying to balance each other or trying to cancel each other, the resultant or total effect will become zero. You will study about this in the next lecture. So I hope this lecture is very clear for you. And now you can prepare the notes based on category of forces. Thank you.